Here we go, Brave Nation. This bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He stands 182 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 92.65 kilograms. Representing Fight Club Rubiz, Catering, Russia, and fighting out of Tajikistan, please welcome Kurbonsho Jamolov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He stands 187 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 92.35 kilograms. Representing Belarus Sanda team and fighting out of Minsk, Belarus, give it up for Vadim Rolich. Our referee in charge of the action is Andrei Pivovarov.
And it's always fun to see the big guys throwing down, Carrick. Referee sends the fighters to their corners. And we are ready to go.
Phil, the opening seconds are going to be telling. Rolich wants to keep it at distance so he can do those long-range Sanda kicks.
It is essentially a striker versus grappler dynamic. I know fighters are very well versed in all forms of martial arts, but you have the judoka taking on the wushu Sanda striker, and what a crashing leg kick to start.
Rolich's footwork is very impressive. He's popping in, popping out, popping in. Look at the speed of that Sanda push kick.
Jamolov looks a little bit like a kid who's staring at a merry-go-round and isn't quite sure when to jump in. Wants to close that distance, and I think you're going to try and see him get his hands on Vadim Rolich.
Again, Phil, this goes back to the base art of judo. You intentionally move forward into that space, both of you, and grab each other. It's a huge part of that sport. When an opponent's popping in and out, doesn't allow for the grab, it makes life a lot harder.
Jamolov trying to punch his way to the inside. Beautiful spinning back kick from Rolich. That definitely got Yamolov's attention. Oh, and a beautiful straight right down the pipe. Jamolov eats it well and pops right back up.
Phil, in keeping with that Sanda background where there's not a lot of groundwork, if any, knocked his opponent down, invited him right back up to try and knock him down again.
Rolich is incredibly light on his feet for a big man. I like the level changes that you're seeing from Rolich here. He's faking the shoot, he may come over the top, and that's another big crashing kick.
Rolich, what there? Now he's resuming that in and out style that makes it so hard to tie up with the opponent.
And he's just showing that lead hook when Jamolov is coming in. That may be something he catches Jamolov with as he comes in. Another spinning back kick, showing the diversity of his striking repertoire.
Again, Phil, those kicks coming in from every angle are so characteristic of Sanda. You saw it right, left, center.
And I like how he's keeping that jab hand nice and low, out of the peripheral vision of Jamolov. Almost inviting him to come in, then catching him with a shot. Nice crushing jab, and Rolich looks very confident and light on the feet here. Needs to be careful, can't get his back against the cage like that against someone with Yamolov's striking ability, trading spinning back kicks.
Not often you see a judoka trying a spin kick. Wanted to say to his man, if you can do that, I can do it too.
Right now, Rolich definitely looks like the more comfortable fighter. Doubling up on the jab as he's coming forward. Perhaps we'll see him put a straight behind that. He was successful with one straight right down the middle.
I'm worried with Jamolov looping that overhand right so much. Shortest distance between 2 spaces, of course, is a straight line, a straight right, a jab. He may end up eating one of those on the way in.
Huge jumping knee from a 93-kilo man. Jamolov just eats it. Nice work on the angles. The footwork of Rolich is incredibly impressive so far. Jamolov momentarily looked like he was going to spin there.
Jamolov did get caught throwing that low kick earlier. He didn't commit to it quite as hard this time, and he was successful with it. I think you'll probably see that at least once more.
Another big spinning attack from Rolich. And Kirik, talk to me a little bit about what the leg kicks will do with the investment that Rolich is making in those leg kicks. How will they unfold as the fight progresses?
They are money in the bank. What you've got is a situation here where one fighter clearly has, Rolich clearly has the better footwork. And the more he can land those low kicks, the better his footwork is going to be relative to his opponent, and that's what matters.
It just seems the majority of things that Rolich is throwing here are landing and getting through. Jamolov really needs to mix something up just a little bit. Again, another stiff jab from Rolich. Got through with a little uppercut to overhand.
Rolich maybe over-relying on those looping shots like you saw right there. Like to see him come straight down the middle, mix it up a little bit.
It's almost as if Jamolov's trying to find that one big fight-ending shot. Rolich trying to pop a knee up. There's the first initiation of the clinch from Jamolov, but not long left in the round. 10 seconds, can he complete a takedown? Oh, that is big for Jamolov. End of the round. And Kirik, now Jamolov is aware that he has the ability and possesses the skills to take Rolich down. Do you think he was good for the takedown earlier?
Absolutely, Phil. That those closing seconds were absolutely huge. I think Rolich may have known how much time was left and basically conceded the takedown. I don't think that was a wise thing to do. Now his opponent knows or believes strongly, if I can get in close, if I can get a hold of my opponent, then I can put him on his back where he's not dancing around me in a circle and spin kicking me into oblivion.
There's that beautiful catch hand with Rolich. It's the precision of the striking from Vadim Rolich was so impressive. Here you see the takedown from Jamolov, which is bound to give him confidence moving into the second round. You may see concept of closing the distance, engaging in the clinch a little bit earlier from Jamolov.
A little unusual, Phil. Neither fighter chose to use a stool. They're sitting down on the ground a little bit like George Foreman when he was a boxer would stand in the boxing ring in between rounds. Cool seeing these two gentlemen sit down, listen to a little bit of advice from their corner, stand up, and entertain us for round two.
Here we go, both these fighters eager to get going. Rolich will have to be aware of the takedown threat that Jamolov now poses, but again, investing in those leg kicks. And again, that's going to impede, not only impede upon the offense of Jamolov, it's also going to impede upon his ability to get out of the way of the offense of Rolich.
Phil, Rolich may be just a little bit overconfident. I'd like to see him moving just a little bit more. He had great success with it in round one. I think he feels like he's got a sense of his opponent's timing. He's got a sense of his opponent's reach and reflexes, and he can now take advantage of it without a ton of footwork. But I'm not certain that's the case, and that was beautiful. Nice shift into a right high kick to the melon.
Just glanced with the head kick, and obviously with that wushu sand the background, Rolich is very comfortable in either stance. Dangerous from either stance, almost doubles up on his offensive weapons with his stance switching. Rolich, the cleaner striker, doesn't want to get drawn into a stand and bang type firefight. Nice work to the body there from Rolich. Oh, that's a huge kick to the body. Jamolov shakes it off. But as we know in mixed martial arts, Kirik, when a fighter does that, he's invariably saying, yes, you tagged me.
This was a beautiful example of boxing versus Sanda. In boxing, you use distance management is accomplished via that jab. That's what we saw, a beautiful jab from Jamolov. In Sanda, distance management is done by footwork and by those push kicks. And that was a beautiful answer with a push kick from Rolich.
Big swinging shots from Jamolov. Rolich defending the takedown well here. Now finds himself in the dominant position. Jamolov holding on. But Jamolov again trying to get in on that takedown. Rolich doing the right thing by splitting the base, trying to stay nice and wide. Has one underhook. But again, it was the single leg that worked for Jamolov last time. It worked this time. Needs to be wary of the triangle.
Set up possible.
And just slides off. Nice awareness from Jamolov, who's now, for the first time in the fight, in the dominant position, able to get some of his offense.
We are at halftime in this round, Phil. There is a lot of time for Jamolov to take advantage of this situation.
Just trying to step over into the half guard. Rolich does have one butterfly hook here. May use that to try and sweep. Nice work from Jamolov. Just brushes the legs to the side. Rolich does well to reclaim guard. Rolich manages to get back up to his feet, but wasn't wasted energy with Jamolov back on him. In on the single, could switch to a high crotch.
Big moment for Rolich. Survived the ground attack, went up to standing, didn't get his back taken, escaped.
We saw Jamolov trying to step in to get that judo working. But oh, he eats a huge shot there from Rolich. Oh, massive spinning back fist.
Rolich clearly did not appreciate that time on his back. It's payback time.
I think the point you made, Kirik, about Jamolov perhaps fading a little bit as the fight went on because he took it on such short notice may be coming to fruition.
I believe it is. If you look at his reflexes, those reflexes have slowed just slightly. The jaw isn't quite as tight. The mouth is coming open at points. These are the signs of a fatigued fighter.
And you just saw him take a very big, deep breath there. And that cage becomes a very, very lonely place when you're gasping for breath and have someone trying to take your head off. Vadim again with the hands low, trying to bait Jamolov to come in. Again, another big leg kick.
Rolich had big success the one time I saw him shift in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to shift once more, take his opponent out of there.
Everything from Jamolov is coming just a little bit slower. Big spinning back kick. Oh, he hurt him. He's hurt. The spinning back kick did the damage to ground point.
It's over.
It's all over. Ladies and gentlemen, Vadim Rolich with a huge leg wound to Sander in the house. That was huge. That beautiful spinning back kick, the delayed reaction from the fighter. When you get hit to the body, if it's clean to the liver, there is that momentary little glitch in the matrix for it to kick in.
For those of you in Brave Nation who have not been blasted in the liver before, it's not a matter of will at this point. For $100 billion, once you get hit that cleanly, there is nothing you can do but collapse.
Serious outpouring of emotion from Vadim Rolich. Scaled the cage, and right now he's just lying in the center, taking it all in. Enjoy your moment, young man. Down on the coach, but
Friendly big pile.
we're seeing that clean striking. Vadim Rolich.
Kurbonsho Jamolov is nearly off the floor.
This was the moment we thought that Jamolov would be able to get a little bit of offense, but he wasn't able to keep Rolich pinned down. You see the big shots fired in by Rolich. Spinning back fist just glanced the gloves of Jamolov,
And there it is!
Oh, that, he didn't so much kick him as kick for the broom. That was beautiful.
Ended up being a shot to the spleen.
Follows up with some kind of final. Man, it's all over. To make it official, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carlos Rivera.
All right, Brave Nation, what an incredible battle again in the Brave CF 51 RSM cage. This bout comes to an end at 4 minutes and 35 seconds of the second round. Your winner by knockout from Minsk, Belarus, Vadim Rolich!